where he says, do not worship me, worship the one who sent. He said the Father is
Where
greater
does he
than
say
I.
that? He never says don't worship me.
He says, Father is greater than I.
Yes.
Everything I do is through the will of the Father. Why
Yes.
create that distinction between him and the Father if he's claiming equivalency with the Father himself?
Because he humbled himself, limited himself, and passed down the birth canal of a woman named Mary, and he was a human being who was not omnipresent. He lived in Palestine, and he never visited Austin, Texas, or the Big Apple, or Saudi Arabia. So he obviously limited himself as the omnipresent God. He limits himself, becomes a human being, and yeah, the Father's greater than I.
Everything I do is through the power of the Father. Nothing I do is of my own action. Why would he say that if he's not God himself? If he doesn't have the power to do all these things, then why would he call himself God? The answer that we have is he doesn't. He calls himself a prophet, a messenger of God. And what teaches, I believe. What he
Okay,
said, I
fine.
believe.
But don't you understand? If you stand there and say the Quran is the Word of God, and I stand here and say the New Testament's the Word of God, that's going to get us nowhere.
It's not true.
Because you
We
cannot
have
show the
textual-
Quran's the Word of God
can,
the same way I cannot show